Hey guys, Jaden here, and welcome back to another Club Plus. This is a thing that I do on my computer when I'm bored and preparing for things, and I got an achievement for it. It was called like good game or good feature or something like that. So if you just draw a bunch of boxes, eventually you get an achievement, which is kind of great. Um, but yeah, so we're hopping back into Doki. Everything's been reset. Everything is totally normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know why you'd think anything would ever be wrong with this game. This is a perfectly wholesome, happy game. Unless you've seen literally any other of my episodes on this game. But we're hopping back in to a brand new game. My name is Jaden. And enter didn't work. Gosh darn it. I was trying to be all dramatic and flourishy. But we are hopping into this. I need to go to my settings, skip unseen text, and now we are able to skip. We're gonna zoom our way forward in order to get the Sayori route. Welcome to the Literature Club, everyone. We're here. It's time to write a poem. Just like that. That's the game. Remember that? That took like half an episode last time. Um, but yeah, so we have to write Sayori words. Sayori words. I pulled up the list of Sayori words to my side here because I want to make sure that we just get 100% perfect poem for Sayori. Let's go with, let's see, passion. What else does she like? She likes nature, right? She does like nature. Empty is another one of her words. Yeah. Wonderful. What else we got? We got marriage. Marriage's gotta be one of her words, right? Yeah, marriage. I'd be surprised if that wasn't. So I'm just double checking just to be safe here. Bliss. Let's see. Depression. I don't even need to double check that one. Sorry, Sayori. It's not like nervous that I'm gonna like accidentally. Wait, I should have saved. I should have saved. I should have saved. Why did I not do that earlier? I don't know, but I've saved now. We're good. Everything's chill. I might have to redo that, but it wouldn't be. What did I get an achievement for? I just got an achievement. Poetry slam. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I don't know. Anyway, sensation? No. Essence? I'm so nervous that I'm gonna accidentally click the wrong button now. Peaceful is one of her words, but peace is not one of her words? Or that's just a typo on this page that I'm looking at. That very well could be. I'm gonna go with calm though, because I know that's one of her words. And adventure, that's one of hers. Warm, I think, is one of her words also. Is it? No. Unending? No. Raindrops? Raindrops is one of hers, right? Rain cloud is hers. Oh. Okay. Did I fix it? Gosh darn it. I am so foolish. Okay. Happiness. Here's 3. No, freaking. It's fine. Okay. This is fine. I'm trying to be entertaining and also get this perfectly right at the same time, and it's difficult, so I don't want this whole video to just be me skipping everything, but I might just skip forward until we get to the new Sayori lines. That might be easier. That might be the best way to go about this, so I don't waste all your time. Welcome to the club. Here's some cupcakes. Yada yada yada. You're gonna right? Yeah, I guess I'll join. Okay, cool. I'm gonna write poems. Rain cloud. Pretty sure suicide is one, but holiday. What else we got? One more. Uncontrollable. Sunset. Sunset. Perfect Sayori. There it is. Got the achievement. Nice. Hi again, Jin. Hi, we can just get past all of this. Thank you, though, Monica. Look at your lovely smile. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Monica. This might be a little strange, but at least I keep my word. Back at the literature club. Everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. Ba ba da ba da ba 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 da. We're gonna skip past all of this. I want to hit the skip button, but I feel like what's gonna happen is I'm gonna accidentally skip past the new stuff. We'll try it for a second. Burn. Okay. Burn. Burn. Yuri's talking about discussing her book with us. There's no scheduled activities happening. I believe this is now we're up to new stuff. So we've kicked off the club. Nothing's really happening, so we got to figure out what to do with our time. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what the literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do things that speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to see her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? But what kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who had trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ugh! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either, and there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. Yeah, I forgot the main character's kind of a jerk in this run. At least at the start. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Starting to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Look at this art. This one looks really good. The HD-ified art on this one looks real good. I approve. It's still an awkward angle, but I feel like the HD makes it look a little better. And yeah, their eyes do have the red in them. I don't know why I only ever notice it during Act 2. Maybe it's more pronounced or something, but their eyes do still have this red. I don't know. I'm just crazy. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else ever would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we are really better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share poems we wrote? Yay! Jaden, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I feel to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to receive her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. And Suki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. And this is going to be slightly different, but not super different, so I'll probably read the Sayori one and maybe skim the rest. She's my good friend after all. I'm definitely more comfortable sharing with her first. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Jaden. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Jaden poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy to see you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Jaden. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if she sees the full picture of my motive here. And again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Same poem. And then this will all be the same dialogue. And then Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. I thought you'll like it. Well, I like your poem. Your poem is great. It's one of my favorites. It seems like the first day, they don't really start commenting on how it's similar to one specific person. She finishes, she forgets to talk. Poor Yuri. She puts her thoughts into words. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just read my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take a while for Yuri to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that usually are typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. And her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is gone. We can zoom past it. We can look at her poem. It's great. Just Monica. Hi, Jaden. Having a good time? Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new, if you have any suggestions, I'm always listening. Well, I'm definitely afraid to bring things up. Here's your poem. We're all a little embarrassed today. She likes this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when I read your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot, as we are here trying a lot of different things with all these different routes. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Thanks, Monica. Appreciate the help. Not like I have to worry about impressing them or anything. And then we read Monica's poem. They have an argument. And we pick Help Me Sayori because we're going on the Sayori route. And that's the end of the day, right? Yep. Ta-da! And then we gotta do this. I don't think I have to get a perfect poem again. But I'm going to, just to be safe. Might as well. And then we will jump into the next Sayori section. Let's see. Do 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 do. Oh well. As long as it's close, it should be fine. Two more. Childhood and suicide. Oh gosh darn it, Yuri. It's good enough. We should only need one perfect poem. It's time for another meeting. Sayori tries to con some money out of me. Yuri listens in. And Sayori gets smacked in the head with a cookie. And then she's sneaky and she steals a bite of cookie. We talk about Monika's non-existent boyfriend. Chose to leave out Sayori's escapades. Natsuki's gonna complain. Everyone has settled down, and Sayori has somehow already finished an entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. Jaden! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up? Me and Monika were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monika, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Jaden to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. So much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Jaden? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the clubroom. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips down around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you'd make an event out of literature. Me and Monika have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Sounds kind of dull. Jaden, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem, like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what end have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Eh? You meanie? I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival's gonna be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around the hallway and again. Hey Jaden, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. A mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this, but in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more, so going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Sayori pulls a box of crayons from off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. Kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. And at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped it by accident. Bonk. Sayori. Insta-killed, KO'd, defeated. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. Are you okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by her waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Oh, more cute HD art. I feel like they put a lot more detail into the faces, even though they're still like anime and like simple, like pretty simple faces. I feel like there's a lot more like shading and detail in them. It really makes them stand out a lot more. This is good. The crayons are detailed too. Look at all this detail. Such HD mini wow. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. Gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! I look at this expression. She's so... I feel like they're a lot more expressive. Even though it was probably like very similar like facial expressions and stuff. I just feel like they captured the expressions a lot better. Sorry. There's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Jaden, where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than to drink, but I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. Nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts to drink from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your head, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Jaden? This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do the things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I'd start crying really hard. You'd rush over as quick as you could. You'd always try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. Guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Jaden, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Jaden, I'm so glad nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling when we'll end up for college or after that, so it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises, but, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? Can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. Oh, that was Sayori's line. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. She plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the classroom. You're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. she's fine. Don't worry about. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were we able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right. Eh? Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Jaden. Well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Yes, I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. And it's time to share some poems. Jaden, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is least likely to admit how much she likes something, but I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Eh? What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So, yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Jaden, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sarah, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Have you been listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Oh, she broke her pencil. Oh no. I was wondering what the snapping noise was. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped, but being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry, I'm sure I'll like it. I do really like this poem. The Bottles poem is one of her best. I like that one a lot. Sayori, did you really write this? It was really good. Blah, 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 blah. Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. I can't really say it's any better either. Huh, phew, what? Well, it isn't a train wreck, so I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my expertise. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori's that type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. It's pretty good. Yori. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Jaden. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Eh?
It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see something into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have an example of that if you'd like to read it.
And we get her poem, The Raccoon. Another good poem. And we can skip through that. Yada yada. I enjoyed your poem, but it's Monica time. Hi, Genjin. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. Take that, as long as it's not going bad. Happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Here you go. All right, it's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like that dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in the club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and again, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. Oh no, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright, but anyway, you want to read my poem now? Okay, save me, load me. It's even more abstract, yada yada yada. That's it for poems. Let's talk about the festival. Zoom, zoom. It's so fun to watch them just like zoom all over the place. I would still walk home with Sayori. I'm not ditching you, it's fine. And on that note, I believe that's everything, like, specific to Sayori, except for saying I love you at the end. I believe. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So yeah, so I think we have to write the poem for Sayori one more time, and then we just have to skip ahead to the I love you scene. Then we reload and we do Natsuki's. So on that note, I think it's a good place to wrap up the episode, and we'll come back. I'll do the rest of the poem writing and the skipping off camera, and then we'll come back with the new stuff and do Natsuki's route. Because everything always ends the same no matter what you do. There is no avoiding her death, so we have to get everyone's routes done and reload before she dies, and just keep doing that over and over. So that's the plan for the next episode. We'll deep dive into Natsuki's route and learn more about her. We started it a little bit at Act 2 last time, but it didn't quite pan out for us as well. So thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Doki. If you did enjoy, please leave a like or subscribe if you're not already. Appreciate all the support of the videos, and I'm looking forward to playing this game some more and seeing everything else it has to offer. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later!